Do 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 do. Running a little late. Easy Lanes, how are you? Excuse me. Another one. There you go. Yeah, I'm running a little late tonight. There's Becca Lynn. There's Miss Sarah. There's Julia. There's William. There's Freaky. How are you? Christine. No, Christian. Christian, Betty, Rusty, Elmwood, Harbor, Elizabeth. How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you tonight? Everything. How are you? Sally, how are you? Good. Freaky said having a good day. What's up? What's up? What's up, Wyatt? Reflections, how are you? Miss Barbara, how are you? Everybody's jumping in saying hello to everybody. Make sure you hit the thumbs up when you come into the room, guys. Let's see if we can get 100 thumbs tonight. Well, thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. I'm going to share some news with you tonight. Flo Doherty, how are you? What's my secret? Timing. It is purely timing. And I think the beard helps too, and the mustache helps. Because even if I get something wrong, I think the mustache, I got to get that trimmed right there. I think the mustache and the beard actually helps. I know if you're younger, if you're a female, that really doesn't help you that much. But I think that really helps. But two, I think it's timing. I'll be honest with you. The one that I did a couple weeks ago, and Ron used it as well. It's the Ginger Billy one, talking about boyfriends. That video literally took me almost an hour to nail just how perfect, his way of doing things. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. Everything. Thank you. I am good. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. Sarah, it was hot here today. It was 82 in East Cincinnati. Rusty said, look at that. It's really nice right now in Virginia. There's a little breeze blowing. The temperature was really hot today. Uh, Paper, how are you? Papercraft said, I was invited. There you go. Hi, guys. Love from Scottsdale. We'll stop in here for a bit before we get pizza. Been missing everyone. Been in the hundreds here. Feels good. Rozzy, one of the guys that I work with, he is getting ready. He should be out there now. On the East Coast this week, it is supposed to be, fairly nice. He is making his way out there, and he is getting, I think he's going to get hammered by some of those hot temperatures. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. You got bad storms coming in. I think it's where it gets hot and then it cools down so fast. And look at that. Papercraft, white snow, white snowboarding. There you go. William, I did. That was hilarious. I think Ron had it right the other night. Superstar, how are you? I think it was right. He started out, just right here basically, and was going with the nostrils. The next thing you know, it was the back of the neck. It was the underarms. Unbelievable. 12 inches of snow, Maine and New York. Isn't that something? Harbor said snow overnight in New Hampshire. Wow. Miss Jones said it's only 27, still have a couple feet of snow to melt. Wow. New yellow dragon fruit. I'm sorry. Broke your arm. Look at that. Coupe de Ville. Nope, don't drink. Do not drink. Guys, I can honestly say, and Coop asked that, he said, "Hey, you drunk?" I've never had a drink of alcohol in my entire life. That is something that never had. Lost my brother when I was 11. Hello, Miss Mary. Lost my brother when I was 11 years old. Um, he was at a party and he had been drinking. Somebody laid him down in the back of a pickup truck. He aspirated. When I say aspirated, that means he threw up. He threw up in his mouth and he choked to death. And he had been drinking. And uh, at the age of 11, I sat there and said, I'll never have a drink in my life. And to this day, I've never had a drink in my life. Javier, how are you? Oh, absolutely, Miss Barbara. Rozzy, from what I'm understanding, I'm not missing anything. They tell me. There's Ron. What's going on, Ron? We were just talking about you getting waxed. I need to get Ron on here with us tonight. If Ron's available. I don't know how I do that, but I probably have to go to my laptop. Love your videos. Can I get us out at Jose? Absolutely. Ron, if I hop off here, let me ask you this. If I hop off here and get the laptop, can you come on with us tonight? I think you said you sent me the link. Ms. Joan, it's something that you've got to be cautious of over. You got to watch, especially if you're drinking and things like that. People putting stuff in your drink and things like that. B. Disney, how are you? Costa, how are you? Miss Rita, how are you? Good, cold, windy evening. Look at you. Bixbick, how are you? Elmwood, we had some hamburgers on the grill, discovered a honeybee hive in a bush. Wow. Don, you're never too old. Tonight won't be good. Feeling a little rough. I understand, brother. We're praying for you. I would be too if I got all the hair under my arms waxed. You had me rolling. You had me rolling. Are you excited for spring? Yes, it's been kind of hot where I'm at as well, everything. Cam 8, yo, how are you? All right, Ronnie Too Fast. I still cheese. You can't catch me. I saw that video of yours. Guys, this is the news I'm going to share because Ron's already gone through this, but this is something new for me on YouTube. That one video, I still cheese. You can't catch me. That one video just went over 1 million views tonight. That is the first time I've ever had a video on YouTube like that, one of my shorts. Now, I've got one that's like 950,000. And that's the Will You Help Me Hide a Body? I've got one of those. But that one video right there, it went over right before I got on with you guys tonight. It went over the 1 million mark. So, Elijah, you never know. 2 birds on a wire. Don, thank you. I appreciate that. Look at you, patting me on the back, giving me a hug. Look at you. Elmwood, you and I both, Lucian and I made our way over to Walmart today. And yep, made our way over to, thank you guys. Miss Betty said, congratulations. Oatmeal raisin, Don, oatmeal raisin. here's, and I think I've told you this guys before, and a lot of people ask me, what's my number one video of all time. Yeah, we were shopping too. I went to Walmart. Walmart has a huge selection of Easter stuff right now. Ray says, "Hello, Grandma." Are you giving a shout out to your grandmother? Ray, I don't. Okay, everybody say hi to Ray's grandma. He's giving a shout out to his grandmother. No, they have a huge selection, and the good thing about it is everything's like $1 to $3 to $4, and uh, what is cheesy ranch casserole? I don't know, but it sounds good. Do you know Down Under song? I don't know. Cam, what's up? Harbor 9, how are you? Yeah, everybody say hi to Ray's grandma. I don't know. Costa, thank you. Oh, I come from a land down under. Yes. Toto. Or is it The Rain? No, it's who is it? Men at Work, Land Down Under. Toto. I felt the rains down in there. I think that's it. Real King, how are you? Cam, I like a game of basketball every now and then. Just a good old game of basketball. Yeah, everybody saying hi to Ray's grandma. That was pretty nice, you stopping in and doing that. Real Hambone, how are you? Real Hambone. I know a lot of people get angry for using AI, but it's a tool that YouTube gives us. And why wouldn't you use the tool that YouTube gives us? I know a lot of people get angry and a lot of people get upset over it, but yeah, Africa by Toto. I got you. Um, my mind wasn't thinking. Um, Cam, my family is from England. I am English. That is where my heritage runs through, and I was born and raised in the United States. But my heritage runs through England. What is my favorite food? Don said, "I'm nervous. Don't be nervous." Shamrock, how are you? Yep, don't ever be nervous. Look at that. Love the Chiefs. David and Tammy, how are you? I am well. We're talking about Walmart a little bit. But no, I want to tell you guys the one video that has shocked me, and this video I can laugh now. I hit 57 subs. Awesome. That is awesome, buddy. I went years ago and I was sitting at work, and for the life of me, it was when Baby Shark became really popular. And I was sitting there and I'm like, Alexa has never done Baby Shark. And I'd say, Alexa, sing me Baby Shark. And she couldn't sing me Baby Shark. So there's a game that you can play. Simon Says, how can I go live with 83 subs? I guess YouTube has to give you permission. No, the picture of me that you're seeing, that's Lucian. That's the sidekick. Cam says, I'm a Bengals fan. There you go, Rosie. Y'all have a great dinner. Costa, yep, Santa, you replied me and you got it. There you go. Yeah, get those GoPros going. Miss Lisa, how are you? Babylon Brookie, how are you? Hold on. I need to pin you. Guys, I found this young lady. She was doing videos with Ron. And Ron, she popped into Ron's live a couple nights, and this young lady is one of the nicest and most caring people. And I think I've done one or two collabs with her right now, but please go to her channel and like her channel. Um, I'm just a naturally sweet person, and just someone that I like watching her content. Very good content. She does long form, she does short form, she does the lives. Please go into her page and like her page. JJ Star, thank you. JJ Star Hunting, look at that 20. And, and we're gone. Thank you, JJ Star. Appreciate that. But no, I was sitting at work one day and I was thinking to myself, I said, why don't, I get, Alexa to do um, Baby Shark? So I put together and I sat there and I said, Alexa, Simon says the first line of Baby Shark. So, Simon says this, Simon says, and she repeats everything back to you. What is my favorite drink? The orange, the sun-kissed orange. Uh, you're welcome. I appreciate that, Brooke. No problem. Um, but I put that video together. Well, Miss Brookie, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. We'll go and get Lucian, the little one. We'll go and get something for him, and we'll make his day on that deal. Thank you so much. I appreciate you on that. Yeah, that was awful nice of you. Look at you. Um, I'd love to work with you more. I will go through your videos. I love your videos and you doing what you're doing. And wait, hey, what did you just? JJ Star's putting a big F, like a F key. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Press F. Okay. But I sat there that day and I put that video together. And when it was all said and done, at last count, I think that video has been seen, I want to say over 60 million times right now. And the sad thing about it, Liz, thank you. Yes, Lemon Drop. And the sad thing about it is that I've been paid for a handful of those views, but not a lot because people steal it. There is an account on TikTok, which TikTok and I have gone rounds with. They somebody has used it, and right now, the last time I saw just on TikTok, it had received like 3 million views, but somebody is claiming it's their video, and it's clearly my voice. It's clearly everything I've done, and yeah. Shamrock said F key to press F to pay respect. You are awesome. Look at you guys tonight. You guys are awesome tonight. Miss Brookie doing her thing. Look at you guys. And James, yeah, but no, that was my first video that kind of kicked me off a little bit. The one video that really got me that I would have never expected, my washer machine washing, let me say that I'm from the South. I throw that R in there. Washing machine had broken down one day, and I had went to the laundromat to wash some clothes. And while I was standing there, Miss Barbara, please be careful on that. Call your doctor and let your doctor know that. Cam, if you got $1,000, go do something good with that $1,000. Guys, I was standing there and I noticed something going across the road, and I did not know what it was. Come to find out, I started filming it. Well, the police came and they stopped traffic and everything. Well, come to find out, it was a rattlesnake. And under state laws, you can't do anything with that rattlesnake except let that rattlesnake cross the road. Well, I filmed the whole thing. The police literally stopped traffic for like 30 minutes in order to let this rattlesnake cross the road. Well, it went viral. It exploded. Um, It was on CBS News, it was on NBC News, it was on ABC News, it went worldwide. Uh, I had people calling me, and you're sitting there going, "Where did you get my information from?" And I literally had posted it on Facebook at the time. And but people were calling me going, "Can I use the footage? Can you do this? Can you do that?" And I said, "Sure." And next thing I know, the video of a snake crossing the street blew up. And then I knew, I said, "Hey, I kind of like this stuff." And so, but that's been years ago, years ago. Tim, I don't know if it's famous. I think it's famous just because, not yet, Tim. I'm probably here in a couple weeks. You'll see the beard go down a little bit once I start getting into the summer, and I'll go do a little fishing. Sox fan, how are you? Stacy, how are you? I'll go do a little fishing off the coast. And when I go do a little fishing off the coast, you'll see sometimes the beard gets a little hot on me out in the sun. Cam said, "Do you want?" Fine, you're good. Shamrock, you are fine. Don't you worry about that, guys. Miss Brookie doing her thing tonight. I appreciate that. Yeah, go and like Babylon Brookie's page. It, like I said, it is a good page. Vic said, "I like the beer. Thank you." Judy Clark, there's Miss Judy. But no, we went to Walmart today. We made our way around Walmart. Be my guest, said Cam. Easy. Check it. But no, yeah, check her channel out. Yes. No, they're in the back of the truck, and the truck is at the shop. So that's what they're doing right now. It's in the back of the truck and it's at the shop. So I need to. We haven't done those yet. We're going to do those. I promise you. Yeah, I did open one, and trust me, it was a box full of garland. Believe it or not, it was completely full of garland. April, how are you? And then the other one I left in the back of the truck, and they're working on the truck. Should get that tomorrow. Tim, right now my windshield is yellow and pollen. Absolutely. Right now it is probably in the lower 80s here in Virginia right now. So, Easy Lanes. I had a Jeep a while back, and they told me, they said, "Hey, just to let you know, uh, it was one of the sports versions," and they said, "Just to let you know, at 60,000 miles, you're going to lose your transmission." And I said, "That's crazy." No, it never happened. And sure enough, 60,000 miles, my transmission blew. It was like they knew it was going to happen, and the price to get everything fixed was just, it cost me, it was cheaper to buy me a new car. April, thank you so much. Wyatt said I had hamburgers tonight. Hamburgers. Shrimp Alfredo. Nothing wrong with that. What's your favorite song? Fix. I like anything. I'm one of those guys that I can listen to just about anything. We love the Temptations. Growing up, our grandmother really instilled a sense of, you listen to just about anything. And we do. We can, from gospel to um, R&B, rhythm and blues, soul, jazz, classical. Big fan of Wagner, um, rock and roll, you name it. Big fan of it. I love any kind of music. What do you call a hamburger when it's not made of ham? That's a good question. Listen to K-pop. K-pop is huge right now. What is it? Blackpink and all them. Yeah, no, they're huge right now. What is my favorite Christmas song? The one that always gets me is "I'll Be Home for Christmas," because you get to a point, you think about how sad that song is. Um, I don't know. There's a couple that really the one that sticks out to me the most, and it was written by a gentleman, Mark. And guys, you're going to have to help me out here. He went to Liberty, and it's called "Mary, Did You Know?" Um, and I can't think of Mark's last name. And Mark is a comedian, and um, somehow he sat down and we're going to take care of this real quick. There we go. Somebody being nasty. I can't think of Mark's last name. Does anybody? Mark Lowry. Sarah, you are awesome. Mark Lowry, he went to Liberty and he wrote that song. And he, it was one of those things where I don't think truly you understand what you've done until um until you see the effect of what it has on people. And that song has had a tremendous amount of effect on people. And it's such a good song. Shamrock, you're fine. Fix, I do know who Elvis Presley is. Yes. Christmas Shoes. Let me tell you, Lisa Reno, that is one of those songs that I don't care. If you don't tear up after that song at least one time, you know, yes, Mark Lowry's hilarious. If you've ever watched him, and he does the specials with the Gaithers, and if you're not familiar with the Gaithers, please, Bill Gaithers and them, they do a tremendous amount of good work in the gospel community. Um, William, Kenny Rogers version is probably, I would say, probably the best version out there. It is, yes. Oh, Holy Night. Yep. Oh, Holy Night. Yep. Hang on. This user. I tell you what. Nope. I want him. I want him right there. And okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Aeneas. I had to take care of something there, guys. Guys, don't act a fool in the channel. Whatever you do, please do not act a fool in the channel. That right there, uncalled for. Uh, yeah, why the nasty? It's uncalled for. It really is. Look, I get that you are on here, and I promise you, you are getting. There you go. Be respectful on this channel. No one's here to deal with that. No one at all. And guys, and I'll tell you, we're not gonna let you get by with it either. As soon as I see it, I'm reporting it to YouTube. It's Miss Deborah, how are you? That is a slur, and it should never be used anywhere. And for people to come on here and, it's their decision on if they want to lose their channel or not. Miss Deborah, how are you? Runaway. I have been a teacher for years. Yes. Yes. Judy said we are having a severe thunderstorm morning in Columbus, Ohio right now. Hang in there, praying for you. I promise you. Miss Deborah Becca Lynn said, have you won any more with the lotto? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Goofy. I appreciate that. Yeah, they don't have, you don't have to do that. Don't put yourself into danger of losing your channel and misbehaving. That's, come on, guys. Celebrating a 2-year-old baby girl, little Rosemary. There you go. 2-day-old. Wow. Uh-oh, Shamrock's arm. Curtis. Really? Why would that matter? Unbelievable. I don't know what that is either, but we're gonna remove that. Miss Betty, evidently quite a few of them. Yeah, 2 days old. That's quite a bit. A lot of trolls tonight. Yes. A lot of trolls tonight. Four-wheel drive, Bering Sea Gold. It's a good show. I like it. Made bratwurst, air fryer. Okay, that sounds good, Miss Judy. Goofy, mine was great. How was yours? Is it Yummy Koi? Yummy Koi. Good so far. We've had a few people. I think they know each other. Yeah, I think they all know each other and they get together and then they just start coming in. Miss Violet, didn't he get out of it the other day? It's my brother's daughter, baby, and she trusts me getting paid for babysitting. Look at you. As much money as you've made with the lottery lately, you should have done that for free. I'm kidding you. Oh, the trolls are out. You got it. You got it. Yeah, he's in no trouble. I saw that. He evidently he made some very valid points from what I saw. Thank you, April. I appreciate that. He made some really valid points, and he come out clean on the other side of it. I think they all went with him, and my friend called me a loser and was being mean, so a little bad. Bob Tavis, how are you? Behave yourself. Rusty said Afro-Man lives right down the road. Look at that. Miss Barbara, all I know is I have seen several new videos that have come out where he's posting. Okay, so you got that baby for a little while. Judy said, today is National West Virginia Day. Look at that. Did I farm when I was little? No, I did not. No, I was born and raised in the city. I've got family that was born and raised on the farm, but I was born and raised in the city. By the way, it said Yumi Koi. Yumi Koi. Okay. Let me write that down so I can remember that. Mm, Brookie, you can call me Santa. You can call me whatever you like. I go by Santa. I go by Grandpa. I'm one of the. They laugh about us because we're one of the original. Ron and I are like the two grandpas right now. So she weighs 9 pounds. Look at that. That's a big little baby for 2 days. Uh, but I go by Santa. We go by Grandpa. It's whatever. But Ron and I have become like the two gramps. Ms. Violet, thank you for the heart. I love the fact that Ron and I we work so well together on things, and he really shocked me the other day, guys. If you have not seen the video of Ron, where I am doing the voice of Stewie, and I asked him about dressing up. Hey, playing a little dress up, are you? And he went above and beyond his outfit on that right there. Let me tell you, they are out in droves tonight, aren't they? Spend time with that tiny baby. Absolutely. Betty said, you don't call you late for dinner. Yes, I'm late. Just don't call me late for dinner. Wild child, having a great night. Hope you are as well. There you go. Yeah, no, you need to be treated with respect and decency. You don't let somebody abuse you mentally, physically, anything like that. And if you need to get yourself out of those situations, then please get yourself out of those situations. We need to all learn to respect one another in this world and love on one another this world. Yumi Court, thank you. Thank you for saying that. He's good. He is upstairs. He's had a long day today. They went fishing yesterday and he ended up catching they ended up catching 5 trout yesterday. They ate those for lunch, and he him and his brothers had a good time. Him and his brother had a good time fishing yesterday. Both. I love dogs and cats both. Yes, he goes back to school tomorrow. Yes. Oh, got two Debs in the room. Deborah, how are you? Deb from Iowa's in the room tonight. Shrimp, crab, absolutely. Now he is one when we go to the beach, we get the boil, the big seafood boil, and he loves a seafood boil. Sarah said, I'm a dog lover. Absolutely. Lila, how are you? Yeah, got two Debs from Iowa in the room tonight. When did I start on YouTube? I started, oh, good day, 14, 15 years ago, I think it was. And basically, we had started YouTube. Um, if you notice in my long forms, you'll see there's a lot of books that are read. We do a lot of reading for children who need help setting, and somebody reads it to them and they can follow along in the books. And we were helping a lot with the state of West Virginia. The state of West Virginia had an extremely high rate where their literacy comes into play of kids not being able to read properly. And teachers were using them in the classroom. They were sitting down with the book, and then we were reading the books, and then the kids could follow along in the books, and it was helping. We do one occasionally here and there. Um, they went with another agency. We were just doing it volunteer wise. Then, Layla, the little one, we started doing stuff with her and just doing some little videos here and there. And I lost my cat. I'm sorry, Stephen. Deb said, when my dad died, he left his kids a bunch of money. I got my shit good. Well, then you won the lottery. Nick, how are you? I might have to do that. Be my guest. I might have to do that. Becca, she has. Yes, I told her she needs to do a video on how to win the lottery because a lot of us here have yet to figure that out. There you go. You still have over 2,000 money. There you go. Santos, how are you? I see Santos there. Guys, on the pin section of the screen tonight, there is Babylon Brookie. If you have not gone to that page and liked that page, please go to that page and like that page. She does a lot of great work there. I've collabed with her a couple times. Ron has collabed with her some. Great work. Great work. Go to that page and like it. When you make a grilled cheese sandwich, what type of cheese do I use? I like Swiss. For some reason, there's something about Swiss that's getting me. For growing channels, work with as many people as you can and understand that. Crystal, here's the thing. I don't view anybody differently. I don't view anybody differently. If you've got something that's out there and it's a good product and the collab button is open for me to collab with, I collab with anybody as long as it's a good product. And um, I don't ever look at someone as, well, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I can't do this. The only time I've ever said no to a video is language wise. And that's only for the simple fact of, uh, the kids that watch the channel and things like that. Um, and again, but no, if your collab button is open and it's a good product and I like what you're doing. Somebody had made reference tonight. We were having a conversation back and forth, and they said, "Man, I'm really impressed that you're okay to do a collab with certain." And we're all God's children. We all need to love each other. We all need to be respectful of each other. And here's the thing: I don't know. I don't know 99% of these people. The night that Ron and I do the live together will be literally the first time that him and I have actually spoken to each other to where his voice and my voice are in the same place at the same time. It's just that's how things happen. Um yeah, Stephen, have a great night. Is Deb leaving us? Which Deb? Deb, have a great night. Yeah, take care of that baby tonight. Lily, how are you? Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you. I will see you Tuesday. But no, that's the thing is that, and do the channel you want to do. Don't let people dictate to you the channel. If you don't want people collabing with you, fix those settings, change those settings. You can change those settings. Um, that's the key thing I think a lot of people need to remember is that YouTube gives you the opportunity to, you can have people collab with you, you can have people not collab with you. Um, we're working on it. We are working on that, Becca Lynn, to where we are going to be on one night. Um, Stephen, I do not. How did you break your leg? Matthew, how are you? Yeah, Crystal. Like I said, if it's a good product, use that good product. There are so many good people on YouTube. A handful of bad people can really make things difficult. But there are so many good people on YouTube. There are so many good content creators on YouTube. Um, it's like Brookie coming in tonight supporting what we're doing over here. How nice is that? How caring is that? Um, that's like you guys going over to her channel, supporting her channel. If we all work together and we're all just nice to one another, um, you can be so you can just be in such a good place, and just it is amazing that it just takes time. It just takes, it just takes people just being caring. And a lot of times we forget that. Oh, pushed you over a snowman. What? What's Judy doing tonight? Oh, Judy said, I hate it when I'm talking to myself and suddenly realize I wasn't listening and had to start all over. There you go. Say a prayer for April. Absolutely. We can do that. Oh, there's Henry. How are you? Columbus, Ohio set a new record temperature for March around 86. Same thing here. Hello, Miss Charlotte. Same thing here. Same thing here. But no, guys, go to these smaller channels. Nelsonville made it to 85 today. Yeah, it was warm. It was warm. I fell over a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? They say global warming. I don't believe it. Nah. My grandmother used to always say that anytime they put something up into space, it always messed with the temperatures. 68 in the class. Yumi Koi, here's my advice to you on this. My advice to you is to go to that teacher, sit down with that teacher, and talk to that teacher, and express how you're feeling, and ask that teacher what you can do to possibly help bring the grade up. Is there any extra credit? Is there anything? Guys, I was a teacher for years, and I still consult colleges and stuff doing stuff today. One of the smartest things that I'll tell anybody is that if you are having an issue in those classes, go and talk to your teacher. Um, a lot of times people will try to figure it out on their own, and figuring it out on your own sometimes gets you into worse trouble than you need to be. So what you need to do is sometimes tomorrow, if you're going into school tomorrow, go to that teacher and say, "Hey, can you give me a few minutes?" Um, yeah, this is high school, so that's perfect. And with high school and college as well, that I'm giving you the best advice I can give you here is go to that teacher and say, "Hey, look, I'm having an issue here. What can I do?" Because a lot of times, uh, kids and adults, even in the workforce, we get to a point where we sit there and we try to figure it out ourselves. And sometimes that just puts us in a deeper hole. Don't get yourself into that hole. Go to that teacher, ask that teacher, say, "Look, I'm trying. What do I need to do to bring my grade up? Is there any extra credit I can do? Is there some am I studying for test wrong? Am I doing assignments wrong? What am I missing here? And I did it. My first year of college as a freshman. Uh, that was something that I went to every one of my teachers before I even started doing papers. And I said, let me ask you a question. And they said, what's that? And I said, what am I missing? What do I need to know? Tell me how you want things. Tell me how you see things happening. They broke it down for me. They laid it out for me. I took good notes on it, everything. Never had an issue. Never had an issue day one. Because you got to remember, they're the teacher, you're the student. They have ways they specifically see things that should be done. You just need to break that code of figuring out how things should be done. Go and talk to your teachers, figure out how they want things done. That's the best advice I can give you there. Jeffrey Beetlejuice, yes. All you got to do is say my name. Too articulate. Miss Sarah, sometimes let me tell you, professors are very unique people. And I've been through a bunch of them, but they are very unique people. And each one wants something different. And um, Axel Foley, there you go, Saint Nick. I had one, and his actual name was Dr. Fail, Fail, and it was Dr. Fail. And every time I had I had one of his classes, he would require that we would bring in 3 red ink pens so he could grade our papers with these 3 red ink pens. So right there, you kind of knew, Louise, how are you? You kind of knew, Doug, thank you. Um, you kind of knew. Let's see, hold on. If you go to your teacher and address the fact and ask the teacher help, teachers don't want to fail because they succeed in class. Just ask them. That's all you're doing. 17, how are you? You're hiding a horse full speed. Oh, you're riding a horse. There's a giraffe next to you, lion chasing you. What do you do? Yes, get off that carousel. Be a cool teacher. What great. I did a lot of political science, a lot of history. A couple of my degrees are in political science. A couple of my degrees are in history. And so, pretty good. And then I taught political science. Healing, thank you. Yes. Um, what was I lost my train of thought. Oh, I lost my train of thought. No, but no, going to these teachers and talking to these teachers, that was the one thing that Wyatt, what did your last message say? Thank you for getting that. Always made 130, 145 in my class, even though it did not show in a report card. Even when a teacher says you got an A, you still do the extra. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sutton, thank you. Yeah, no, just do the work. Just do the work. But here's the thing. And when I did my dissertation for my bachelor's degree, I had a professor that I went to one time a week. And I would, and my dissertation is huge. That book is huge. And it's a book. And I would take my dissertation to him and I say, hey, can you go over this one chapter? And he would sit there and he'd say, you don't need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. And then he sat there and he said, why don't you also add this in? And when he said that, he took my book from like 400 pages to like 700 pages. And so I had to add in a whole, another viewpoint. And when I finished, ended up getting my master's degree in political science. But it was one of those things that, it got me. Yeah, it got me through. But listen to your teachers. Understand what they want from you. Yumi Koi, I will be back on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Like Sarah said, I will be back Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Yeah, but guys, no, that's the and look, that holds true in anything in life. If you're doing something and you want somebody to, um, if you know, if you're at a job and things aren't going your way, and I was a Chuck Norris fan, absolute. I don't know of anybody who did not like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was just one of those good guys that Walker Texas Ranger and all of his movies and things like. I've never heard anybody really say anything bad about Chuck Norris. Rusty said, "Yeah, it was sad, but he had a good life." Let me tell you, if I can get 86, 90 years old, what a great run that would be. You know, that would be an awesome run. That really would be. Yeah, no, I love Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, you know, out there, and I love the fact that he had earned this persona in the world that he was the toughest thing in the world. Nobody messed with Chuck Norris. He was still sparring. Absolutely. Why did I start YouTube? Basically to start reading books to children and doing things like that, and it just kind of spiraled out from then. And I left YouTube alone for a long time. I didn't do anything on it for quite a while. And then I just started getting back into it and kind of woke up one day and you're sitting there and you're going, wow, I've got 40,000 subscribers. And um, you know, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee. Yeah, we just, Carlos Ray Norris. There you go. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's gotten to the point. It's gotten to be a lot of fun. Yumi Koi, have a great night. God bless you. Some days I wish Jolene would take my man. He's getting on there. Oh, Jolene, 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 Jolene. What is your favorite children's book? Oh, wow. I love the Dr. Seuss stuff. And let me tell you, as a grown man, the other day I'm sitting with Lucian and we're watching something, and they run a movie trailer. And I look up, and Lucian looks at me like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And if you're not familiar with, what is it, the Pout Pout fish, they're doing a movie of the Pout Pout fish. And him and I looked at each other like, I bet you every kid in the world knows the Pout Pout fish. And they're doing a movie and it comes out at the end of March. So him and I will make our way over to the theater. One fish, two fish. Yes. Red fish, blue fish. Fun fact, my son was on. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, but no, there's a lot of good books. There are a lot of good kids books. And let me tell you, it seems to me these days that the classics never die, but even the newer books that are coming out are getting uh, very smart. They're very smart books. And I think, they have to be because of the technology the kids are using these days on different things. Kid, how are you? Wyatt said, time for bed, out the door. Good night, Wyatt. Have a good night, brother. Was love you to the moon. Yes. Yep. No, when we were little, Dr. Seuss was always the go to. Charlie Brown was always the go to. Um, I tell you, I'm just amazed. And I tell you who has a great selection, and believe it or not, and a lot of people I know would be like, "Really?" Uh, the Dollar Tree. For a dollar and a quarter, you can go in and get some really good children's books. Sesame Street, PBS style books, really good stuff. Let me tell you, J.K. Rowlins was rejected so many times. Guys, I have written three books right now, and the three books that I have written haven't done really well in America. But for the life of me, something is going on over in Japan to where they're starting to buy a couple of my books. And it has really kind of shocked me a little bit. And I keep getting the little notifications from Amazon because all they are is just, small books that are on the Kindle. And I keep getting the notifications from Amazon going, "Hey, somebody bought your book. Somebody bought your book." And I said, "What?" And it's just, no, I'm not gonna share my name with you because it's my real name, and I'll have to send it through email with you. Yeah, because that just opens up a Pandora's box when the real names are shared. Mr. Jefferson said, "I was at softball practice. I coached softball for years, so you are excused. Trust me." Wild child, yes. So yeah, but I keep getting these notifications telling me that they're buying them. Miss Joan, how are you? Yes, I've got your email, sir. I'm gonna have to send it to you and let you look at a few of them. Felt like I was gonna, don't do that. Better safe than sorry. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Mr. Jefferson, I hate to do it to you. We've been on over an hour, guys. Here's the thing tonight. Remember what I told you before you go to bed tonight. Go to Babbling Brookie's page. Love on her tonight. Give her thumbs up. Like that page. Uh, she came in tonight. She was so kind. Thank you again, Miss Brookie, for doing that. Guys, go do something good for somebody tomorrow. Pray for the Guthries, pray for the Whitakers, pray for everybody in this room. We didn't see Miss Anita and Jerry tonight. Pray for them. Pray for Randy, pray for Barbara, pray for everybody. Guys, have a great night. Go do something good for somebody tomorrow. I will see you Tuesday night. Again, I love you. God loves you. We'll see you next time. Bye now.